Hi, welcome to this video on how to set up your next competition after previously running a competition with My Photo Club. So you can see that we're on the test site here and we've got a 2024 Salon front page, which then carousels into the award-winning images. And here on the left, we've got the information regarding the salon. So the first thing you want to do is you'll want to update this information here on the left. So we click on the edit button. And it's just simply a matter of changing the information to reflect 2025. So any details that have changed, you just change them here. And then you click on the save button and save your things. Now you'll get a view page down here. And that shows the page as a page on its own. But when you click on your logo to go back to the home page, you can see that it's been updated. So the next thing you want to do is you want to update your front page slide to reflect your new competition. And this is done in management under site settings. And it's the front page slide that you're after. So you can see it's asking you for a JPEG file. So if I put the 2025 Salon JPEG file in and upload it, and then if I go back to the home page, you'll see that the 2024 Salon is still there, and that's because your computer browser has remembered it. So if you do a hard refresh, which is Command Shift R on a Chrome computer, that's you're effectively clearing your cache. You can see now that it's played the 2025 Salon up. So the next thing on the page to get ready for the next competition is to change your conditions of entry. So here you've got under the competition general information a conditions of entry page, and that'll be showing your conditions of entry from the year before. So you can see we've got an edit button there. When we click on the edit button, it brings up the document in edit mode. And if you click on the document, you can see that you get this little menu here. And what we want to do is we want to replace it. So we click on replace, and we're going to replace it by uploading a new PDF. So if I go to the 2025 Salon PDF, it should be a PDF file. You can see that it's updated to that, and then we just save. Okay, again, if we go into view page, it'll show that as a full page. And if we click on the home page, click on conditions of entry, and you'll see that you've got your conditions of entry in there now. So the next thing is that you've got your green button here that shows that the 2024 Salon was concluded. So what we want to do is we go into the Manage Collections and we pick the 2024 Salon, go into the Settings page, and it's this first option here, Active Collection. So that, as it says here, the active collection will be shown as a green button on the home page to enter the collection. Generally, only one collection should be active at a time. So if I clear that and click on Save, and if I just go back to the home page, you'll see now that that's gone. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to create a collection for the 2025 competition. So we do this by going into Manage Collections, and we select the nearest collection, which is this nearest similar collection, which is generally the one that you ran the year before. Okay, so, and then under there, we have an option here that says duplicate this collection. The duplicate collection page allows you to make a copy of the collection that we're sitting on now, which is 2024 Salon, and then edit it to suit your new salon. You want the default setting, so it's going to bring across the collection settings and any competition sections that you have, but we don't use these other two. That's not appropriate for this situation, and we only want one copy, and that's all it's allowed on a competition site. So we just click on next, and you'll see it'll come through, and if you need to change the year to the year that the competition is going to run in, and then give it its name. And your description should have any approvals that you have for this competition. This will appear in your acceptance list. And if your competition structure hasn't changed, same number of entries, same file size, it's all fine. And then so all you need to do then is set the closing date and time. Okay, so you can see we've got our 4 sections there, and so a little minor problem there with the display order. We'll make that one 4. And then if we click on create duplicates, it'll go through, it'll ask me if I want to do this. So now it says that the collection has been duplicated successfully. Go to manage collections to set up your newly created collection. So we go to manage collections, and you'll see here's our new one, and it's open. But if we go to the home page just quickly, you'll see that it's not visible. That's because it's not active. So this is a good way to work on the competition now, so you don't have people inadvertently going into the competition before it's open, but it also allows, because it is open, it'll allow you to test it. So if we go into manage collections and go into settings, there are a few things that you need to check. So as I said before, you will set this on when you want that green button to be visible, right? If your scoring structure has changed from last year, like the types of awards that you're handing out, if there's any difference in that at all, you need to set up a new scoring regime, and you do that under manage scoring regimes. Okay. So 2 important areas to check are first your fees. We go into manage entry fees, and you can see it's got for one comp $10, for 2 $20, 3 and 4. So if you need to change those settings, you can change them here. This is assuming your site-wide PayPal settings are the same. If you click on that, you'll be able to see what they are. And you can see that this is going into column My Photo Club. So that's the case where My Photo Club will collect the fees for you, and currency is Australian dollars. The other main one to do is the pre-entry checks. So the pre-entry checks are the checks that the entrant has to go through before they get to the entry form. And there's a convenient button here that'll take you to that entry form. So just click on that, and you see it opens it in a separate tab. You can see this is the standard entry process that you're accessing through that green active button on the home page. So the first one's contact details, but this area here, the agree to terms and additional charges, what's populated here comes from your pre-entry checks. So you can see it's got conditions of entry, and it's got must answer yes to proceed. So you can see that I've already checked this one, and it's ticked green, and there's only one option. You can only answer yes, you can't answer no. You either click on it and proceed, or don't click on it and don't proceed. And the same for the PSA and the FIAP conditions of entry. Now, if there's any changes you need to do within a box, you use the individual save button. And then if you need to create more, you click on insert a new check charge and then fill it in. There is a separate video on pre-entry checks pages, because there are quite a bit in this. But generally, when you're rolling over a competition, you just need to use the same settings that you had last time. Okay. So then once we're at that stage, we can go back to the settings page and turn on active collection and save it so that when we go to the home page, we can see the salon. And now you need to just go right through the process as if you're an entrant. So you can check, do your contact details, answer your questions. So you can't proceed until there's a either a red or a green. Each button's changed from clicking on it. Once you've done that, you can see now it's gone to checks complete, and then you can go in to upload your entries. So if I go in and I upload just one entry in a section, test and submit it, and there's that image there. And if I click on finish to go back, I'll go back to the pre-entry check page, and I'll need to go in there and say, yes, my images are correct. I can't get to the pay entry fees until I've done that. So now I've got a green to say it's completed. And if I click on pay entry fees, you can see one image, $10. So what you should be doing now is go back to your form and enter another section. I'm just using the same image. It doesn't really matter because we're going to delete them. And submit that entry. Go back to the form. Pay entries, and now obviously we've gone up to 20. And just repeat that process so that you know that your charges table is correct and that's what you're expecting. Okay. Now, once you've uploaded an image, it's going to trigger the process to send you an acknowledgement receipt. And you'll see that appear in the mail. So you should then check your email and make sure that your acknowledgement message is correct. But at this stage, I can go back into here now, return to the form, and just delete those entries. Okay, so at this stage, you have a salon that is ready to be entered based on the collection that you've used in a previous year. Thank you.